Hey again, everybody. It is Saturday, August, is it 17th or 18th? I'm starting to lose track at this point. Anyways, I'm bringing you more spice product reviews. Today's is going to be a little bit different from what I've been doing recently. I'm actually going to be talking about two sauces that have already been in my collection for quite a while. I just haven't formally reviewed them on this channel, and there's a connection between these two sauces that also relates to other sauces I've been trying recently, and I just have a question about the whole thing that maybe somebody watching this can answer, or maybe I can answer it myself over the course of retrying these two sauces. So, what I want to talk about today are black label sauces. Okay? So, again, I have never formally reviewed either of these sauces on this channel, but I have sampled and reviewed them on my son's YouTube channel. That's his Misty's, Mysteez. You should go check it out. A lot of that, we don't really do like sauce reviews on that. We mostly do just like extreme spice challenges. So I'll just get some like ridiculous sauce and then we'll try it, or we'll eat like a Reaper or whatever. But anyways, that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about black label sauces. So, Murder Hornet, this is, black label hot sauce. This is a black garlic sauce, but for all intents and purposes, I guess it would qualify as a black label sauce. I just tried the black label Perona chiltepin pepper sauce. That was interesting. It was good. It was interesting. It was unique. And I just tried the black and blue espresso sauce by TNT Spices. All right, so I've been trying a lot of these. Oh yeah, and then there's one more. There's the Mexican Lindo black label habanero sauce. Another interesting one. Okay, so my question is, other than the fact that they use ingredients that give the sauces a black color, is there anything that unifies black label hot sauces, or is it just like, oh, this is black label because that's the color of the sauce? I genuinely don't know. There are still a couple black sauces that I haven't tried. There's the El Yucateca makes a black label sauce, and Lucky Dog makes one, and I think Hellfire has a black label sauce too. So if there's any potentiality of like finding a thread among all these black label sauces other than their color, I'm really curious about that. I'm just gonna be like a hot sauce detective, and I hope somebody watching this has some kind of insight onto the controversy which I just invented, because it's not actually one. Anyways, let's try this one first. This is Amnesiac hot sauce by Linda's Fiery Treats. Well, yeah, Linda's Fiery Treats is the sort of hot sauce branch of Rocky Meadow Farms, which is they're a pepper grower in Glen St. Mary, Florida, which I believe is pretty close to Tampa, where I used to go all the time. But anyways, yeah, so this is the only sauce that I've ever tried, and of course that I own, that uses amnesia peppers, which is, it's kind of known as like a sweet and smoky pepper, but it is also an ultra hot. It's just a little bit hotter than a ghost pepper. I think the Scoville heat unit range is like 1 million to 1.2 million or something like that. It's a, part of what gives this its color is it's a brown pepper. It's like be like the same color as like a chocolate primatale or a chocolate habanero. I think it starts green and then it ripens to brown. So anyways, this is going to be the first time I've had this sauce in a couple months, so I don't really remember much about it except that I really liked it. So let's give it a shot. So the ingredients are lots of amnesia fresh peppers, black garlic, rice wine, vinegar, sugar, brown sugar, sweet soy, fire roasted tomatoes, pineapple and carrot juice, honey, soy sauce, fish sauce, salt, and pepper. Okay, so that's got some parallels with that Perona chiltepin sauce, because that had what gave that its black color was the soy sauce. All right. And I found when I tried it, it did not really work over eggs, but I was thinking of different Asian dishes that I could use it in. So maybe this sauce, with its use of sweet soy sauce and rice wine, black garlic, honey, these are things, brown sugar. These are things that you're going to see recur a lot in Asian cooking. So perhaps that's what this is intended for. All right. a lot. I was expecting the heat level to be kind of crazy when I first tried it, and then it wasn't. Well, jeez. Ridiculous. I'm a mess today. I'm gonna go get a napkin. Alright, so that last taste test was a little bit of a blooper. Let's try it one more time. And this time I won't get it all over my arm. Okay. No, it's kind of interesting that there aren't dates or figs in that, because I kind of taste that in that sauce. It almost, I don't know, that like deep dried fruit flavor. Oh, but it's coming from something else. It must be the pineapple and carrot juice and the honey. Okay, the fish sauce is probably combining with those. Sorry, the heat's suddenly getting to me. Fish sauce is probably combining with those fruit flavors to create that kind of figgy, datey taste that I'm like. I don't mind it entirely. It's just a little weird. I like everything else about that a lot, though. The amnesia peppers, yeah, that's about on the level of a ghost pepper. That's very ghosty heat. It's like when I actually ate a ghost pepper raw, I described the heat as it was descending upon my mouth as being like a bunch of little millipedes with hundreds of little feet that have hot sauce at the end of them, or pieces of hot pepper at the end of them, just crawling slowly throughout my mouth. That's my description of my sort of a trademarked description of the ghost burn. It's very similar with this amnesia pepper. That's a nice burn. I mean, that sauce has a good heat level. I would give it a 3.5 moving towards a 4 for heat, which is pretty high for me. But it's like a really, really pleasant burn. It's not fiery, it's not stingy. It's just like the rumbling burn of the ghost pepper. The little millipede feet crawling all around your neck, all down your throat, and around your tongue, and the top of your mouth, and the bottom of your mouth. That's what it feels like. It's a good burn, and a really, really good flavor. A really good flavor. Yeah, it's kind of like it's just like it's sort of somewhere between like a pumped up black bean sauce and a pumped up teriyaki sauce. It's somewhere between those two. Because there's a little bit of the umaminess, probably from the fish sauce. That kind of reminds me of like black bean paste. Then there's that citrusiness, and there's the honey and the soy, and that's all reminding me of teriyaki. So yeah, it's a good sauce. I'll give it that's between a 7 and an 8. I'm not sure exactly. I need to like. A lot of these sauces, it's like, I gotta eat this over food and really, really figure out how I feel about it. But yeah, between a 7 and an 8, sure. Alright. Here we go. This is I don't think it's Tacoma, but I think it is a Washington State, and I think it's a Seattle-made hot sauce. Alright, so this is Murder Hornet. There are 4 different flavors. The local grocery store only supplies 2 of them. And, this is the one that I own. I've tried the other one, the blood orange Murder Hornet sauce, and I wasn't that impressed with it. Not with the heat or the flavor. This was a little different. I feel like I haven't figured this sauce out yet. So, I want to give it another try. But it is a black label hot sauce. It says it is a balanced blend of black garlic, black lime, which you do not see used in much of anything, pomegranate, and ghost pepper. Okay. And the ingredients are red Fresno peppers, pomegranate molasses, water, apple cider vinegar, ghost peppers, balsamic vinegar, black garlic, dates, olive oil, black lime, black lava, sea salt, spices, and activated charcoal. Alright, so, what immediately will stand out is that the black coloration of this black label sauce does not come from soy sauce like the Perona or the Amnesiac sauce that I just tried. breather. All right, sorry about that. So, yeah. Two things I remember about this is this sauce was surprisingly hot. I was not expecting the blast of heat that I got from this when I first tried it. And secondly, it was very fruity. Like, after reading the ingredients, I was like not at all expecting it to taste the way that it did. So, I don't know. We're gonna give it another go today. Oh, I didn't shake this up adequately. All right, here we go. It's funny. I was asking if the other sauce had dates in it because it tasted like it did, and this one actually does. So will I be able to taste it? All right. Still grappling a little bit with that bite of amnesia. Okay. All right. Immediate fruity kick from the pomegranate molasses in there, and the apple cider vinegar. Waiting for that heat to come in. All I really tasted there was like fruit and pepper. There's other interesting stuff in there that I want to taste, so I'm going to have to try another one. This was probably a bad idea. Because like I said, this was a hell of a sauce last time I tried it. I was hit in the face. It's not even the highest heat rating for this Murder Hornet company either. There's 6 teardrops and it's got 5. So I guess there's a hotter one out there. It's not kicking my ass like the last time I tried it though. It's not doing that this time. Try it again. It's not a bad sauce. It's a 7. There's a lot of interesting stuff in there, and it produces some really interesting flavors. It's not like any other sauce that you'll ever try. It really isn't. It's somewhere between a dessert sauce and a steak sauce, if you can imagine that. Because those are the two things I'm thinking about when I eat it. It's like, is this something I should try over ice cream or pancakes, like I did with the black and blue espresso sauce? Or should I just get a nice steak and just put it over that? Or should I put it over a pork? This would be good over pork chop. Oh, for sure. Those sweet, fruity, spicy sauces over pork chops. Yeah, a bone-in pork chop with some nice seasonings, baked up in the oven. Put this on it. I think that may be the ideal thing to do with this sauce. Yeah. The heat is building. I'm gonna give it a. Oh, heat's like a. It's not as hot as the Amnesiac sauce, but the heat lasts longer. So I'm gonna give it the same heat rating, even though it's not as burning hot. It's like between a 3 and a 4. That's a good burn. It settles in and it stays there. As for the flavor, it's really interesting. Just the right amount of fruitiness. Maybe I could go with actually a little more salt, honestly. I certainly would probably want to add some salt if I were going to put it over pork. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't just want to taste fruit. And I mean, the fruit and the pepper flavor are both very nice, but you gotta make sure you have the right amount of salt there. Suggestions: try it on pizza, ramen, steak, and burgers. Okay, well, I was already thinking steak. Alright, well, okay, so tentatively, and obviously I didn't establish anything with regards to black label sauces in this video, other than that these both have dates in them and they achieve their black color through different means. They taste nothing alike, they're nothing like each other, so there's certainly no connection between these two. I don't know. Should I bother getting my hands on El Yucateca and the Lucky Dog and the Hellfire? If it's going to cost a lot of money, if there's no there there, then I'm not sure if I want to waste my time. But anyways, at least I reviewed two more sauces.